Welcome to the Riding the Bench Eagles podcast. I'm Asabadi. Let's get into it, guys. Listen, all the talk about Sirianni, whether or not he should be fired or not, let's put that to the side for just a second, because right now he is the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. They still have a playoff game on Monday night against Tampa Bay on the road in prime time. Okay, so as far as we're concerned, nothing's changing, status quo. We have to trust the squad moving forward. Now, we don't trust the squad moving forward, and we don't trust that this team is going to come through in terms of getting back to the Super Bowl. But let's see what happens on Monday night. Monday night is the night where we feel, at least Vegas feels this way, a majority of the media feels this way, that this team could pull together for one night and come away with a W in a playoff game. Now, it starts with the offense playing super well, having all their guys healthy, and whether or not Jalen Hurts can throw the football effectively against the blitz, because we know Todd Bowles is a blitz specialist, and it seems like all year the Philadelphia Eagles have not been able to stop anything in regards to the blitz. They have no answer for it. They have no checks, no hot route, all those talking points from the football analysts that they say there's nothing in this offense. What adds insult to injury to this is in the Giants game, Jalen Hurts, we all know, dislocated his finger, and we know A.J. Brown hurt himself in that game as well. Now, We'll talk about A.J. Brown first, just because, you know, on other Eagles channels, there have been reports, or rumors, I should say, not reports, but rumors that A.J. Brown, he's a little iffy on Monday. We don't know if he's going to play. Now, that's a big blow. Okay, and with already a struggling offense, it's a big blow if A.J. Brown is not able to play Monday. That would be a very, very, very huge blow, and it could change. It could change the complexion of the game. But let's go under the let's assume that he's not gonna play. Okay, does Philadelphia have enough to beat Tampa Bay on the road? I believe they do, because they have Devonta Smith, they have Goedert. We still have a top offensive line, and we still have DeAndre Swift in the backfield, along with Jalen Hurts, who's going to play in the game most likely. Now, we saw clips of him in practice. He's wearing a glove. He hasn't thrown a football since dislocating the finger. And I know a lot of Eagle fans are looking at this and they're saying, well, shit, here we go again. This fucking team's just dysfunctional with Nick Sirianni underneath the helm. How the hell is that a good thing? How the hell is this going to help us win the football game on Monday? Let me try to change your perspective on this for a second. Maybe just maybe the fact that Jalen Hurts can't throw the football deep is a blessing in disguise for this offense. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise against a team like Tampa Bay, who can't help but blitz the quarterback. If Jalen Hurts can't throw deep, we have to be able to throw the football in some capacity. So you know what that means. It means the short game is going to be viable and the intermediate passing game is going to be viable, which I think most Eagle fans are looking at this and they're saying, okay, this is kind of what we've been looking for all along, where we have to rely on the short game a little bit more. Give Jalen Hurts easy throws, easy completions, and then you could build it off and throw it down the field a little bit more on the intermediate throws, because Jalen Hurts, not the greatest arm talent in the world, he's certainly accurate enough. But again, he doesn't have an arm like Stafford or Allen or Mahomes, all those guys, right? But we know 20 yards and in, the guy can hit any throw on the fucking field. I don't care what you tell me. The guy can do it. And if we have to rely on Jalen Hurts in the short game because he can't push the ball down the field, again, it may force Nick Sirianni and Brian Johnson to call a completely different game. It may force them to run the fucking football with DeAndre Swift and Kenneth Gainwell and Rashad Penny. It may force their hands if Jalen Hurts his finger can't grip the football properly, it just may force them to play power football, which every Philadelphia Eagle fan has been asking for and clamoring for all year. And the good thing about this game, the fact that we have Tampa Bay on Monday night, is that earlier in the year, albeit week 3, and 2 different narratives going into this game for both teams, it's 2 totally different teams and vibes. But week 3, we went on the road to Tampa Bay, and we established the ground game, and we finished. Don't forget, guys, we finished that game with a long 6 plus 7, what was that, a 9-minute drive to end the game where Tampa Bay didn't get the ball back. And again, we did so by running the football with DeAndre Swift. He finished with a $130 on the night and a tutty. Helped me out tremendously on my fantasy day that day. So you're looking at it now, while it sucks that A.J. Brown, if he's not going to be there, it's going to be a huge blow. You still have Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert. It should be good enough to keep the offense functioning, even though it hasn't been the past few weeks. But again, and now that Jalen Hurts, his finger is so badly dislocated where they haven't even attempted to throw a football yet. And again, the game's on Monday. I assume he's going to throw this weekend. Most likely will. But if he doesn't, that just means 2 things to me. If we're going to throw it on Monday night, it means it's going to be a quick, short passing game. And 2, it means that we're going to have to be extra reliant on the running backs to take us home. Which means this offensive line pushing forward as opposed to dropping back, attacking the line of scrimmage. It also means that time of possession can be very well in our favor because Tampa Bay, while they've been playing good football, and I am a big Baker Mayfield fan, he's been playing really, really well this year, they're not the type of team that's just going to run the ball, establish the run, and drain clock all game long. They're going to drop back and throw the motherfucker. That's what they're going to do because they got Godwin, they got Evans, and they have Rashard White out of the backfield, who's a really good running back who can catch the football. So they're not going to just put the ball in Rashard White's gut and drain clock. So you're going to have plenty of opportunity to not only establish run game, but maybe develop a play-action game. Maybe make those throws that are really easy for Jalen Hurts. Easy reads where he gets the ball out of his hands quickly. Where it's going to be a short, intermediate passing games in the seams of the field. No outside bullshit screens. And finally, like I said, establishing the running back, establishing the running game, controls the clock. And ultimately what holding the football does is keeps our defense off the field. And if you keep our defense off the field, I mean, they're only going to have a few chances to get gashed. Because I have a feeling this defense, while the defensive line may come up and may show out, I don't have any faith on the back end right now. I really don't have any faith that they can cover anybody. So the longer you can keep them off the field, the better. And again, it sucks A.J. Brown's hurt. And it sucks Jalen Hurts hurt his finger, and he's not going to be 100%. But again, this may just be the thing that forces Nick Sirianni and Brian Johnson to finally commit to the run game and establish easy throws for Jalen Hurts to make. And personally, I believe, and I think most Eagle fans believe, if you can get those 2 things constantly, you could very well hang with most of these teams. Whether or not you stop them is a whole different discussion. But as far as putting up points, getting this offense back on track, it's a necessity. And I think they're going to be able to do it Monday night. And we'll break down the reasons why in another episode. But this could very well be a blessing in disguise for the Philadelphia Eagles and Eagles fans moving forward. If you agree, let me know in the comments section below. Do you feel like the Eagles have a good chance to beat the Buccaneers on Monday night? And tell me what you think. of my idea that this could be a blessing in disguise where we have to rely on the running game. Please check us out. Not only in the YouTube comments, but check us out on Instagram at the Riding the Bench Podcast with a K instead of seeing the word podcast. And if you want to listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, you name it, I'll put the links to all of those in the description below. And again, do us a favor here at the Riding the Bench Eagles cast. Shoot this video a thumbs up. It'll help us push the other Eagle fans out there who want to talk more about the birds in the midnight green. And on that note, everybody, please take care of yourselves. We'll see you back here next time for the next episode of the Riding the Bench Eagles podcast.